if it's fine, you can come forward, or else wherever you are. Post-lunch session is normally little tough. We are in some other mood, but I'll try to make it more interactive. Basically, what we are over here to understand, what are the things that, no need to define what is the contribution that SME is making. It's making, all statisticians, they keep on taking or giving us the figures 40%, 41%, or whatever it is. However it is, whatever it is quite important, because we are a part of it, so it's quite important. Now what we are trying to understand over here is, with the help of the experience that I carry personally in this sales and marketing activity for SME segment. So I'll be taking out real-time examples, understanding in case of your queries, any of the real-time scenario that you want to ask for, I'm quite okay. Now if we see about SMEs in India, it's basically the backbone for Indian economy. Why? Reason is quite simple. The number of jobs that SME is providing is quite high. The kind of contribution that it is making in terms of international trade, it's quite high. So it's quite important part. Now if we see the statistics which talks about 45% of this or 40% of this, these are just to have an understanding that how important SME is, and keeping the eye that it is very important. That's the reason that Government of India or other trade associations or international bodies, they are coming forward and they are encouraging the entrepreneurial skills among the youngsters. Reason is, once if they are entrepreneur, they will not only get appointed, but they will appoint many more. Fine. And that trend is also coming up very fast with the help of new business schools which are coming up, or new technology schools which are coming up. Dedicated entrepreneurial cells are over there. Reason is very simple, that trend is changing. People just don't want to rely or be dependent on whatever the conventional mode of method or conventional mode of employment is there. They want to create some change. So that is one of the reason that entrepreneurial skills or entrepreneurial gist or curiosity regarding entrepreneurship is coming forward. Now, not defining more about, to define what SME is, basically based on the number of employees that you carry, it's being considered as micro. If you have more number of employees, you are considered as a small, and then medium, and then whatever. And similarly for the service and the manufacturing unit, there are something based on the investment that you are making up, the kind of turnover that you have. So based on that, you have a small, micro or medium kind of industry that you have. But major challenge that most of the SMEs they are facing is, they have a limited resource available, either in terms of infrastructure, or in terms of capital, or in terms of resources that they carry. They have a limited scope. Out of that limited scope, they want to do a lot of things. That's the reason that most of the time funds go here and there, and they feel quite, they are feeling quite constrained things about it. Now if we talk about the limitations, we have very limited opportunity in terms of hardly funds are available. Majority of the funds goes here and there, and we don't have extra funds available for sales and marketing or development or expansion mode. That's one of the reasons that why there are less economies of scale, or why less scope of growth are available over there. Now when we talk about what are the next level of challenges, one thing is to start. So startup itself is a big challenge. If they are able to cover up, then getting the repeat order, fine, or sustainable order, and then utilizing that sustainable order in the expansion mode, in getting more number of leads, in getting more number of inquiries or partners. Now these are some of the basic challenges that we are actually facing. And it's not only others, but actually we as a small or medium, a small level of companies, we are also facing the similar kind of situation. Now, when we talk about why we avoid, or basically SMEs or smaller or micro level of entrepreneurs, they feel that marketing is something which is very costly. Why they feel? Reason is, if we talk about the print media, it is a lot of, sometimes 50,000, sometimes lakhs of rupees for one single day. And what is the outcome? We are not very sure about it. So keeping all these things in mind, they feel that basically marketing is way beyond their pocket, and that's the reason that they are little bit skeptical about going for a particular mode of marketing, or they feel that I will try to manage it. Fact is not like that. Still, for the micro and small enterprises, there are various options which are available in the market, that if we start using it for ourselves, it will be good. No need to hire any external body, any external marketing agency. You can do things on your own, and that's the reason that we say it DIY, do it yourself. Majority of the time what we keep SMEs or small or medium enterprises, what we keep on eye, our eyes always remain on income. Whether we are going to get this particular income today, or this particular order will get closed or not, or whether we are going to this particular lead will get materialized or not, always we think towards that, right? So this is the major, back of the mind. Every day in the morning we woke up and we found that this is something which is going in the mind. Being a head of the business unit, in the morning, the moment we ask some accountant or someone to come over there, first thing we discuss about what are the collections that has to happen today. Why? Because cycle is very tough and margin is quite thin, and we just have we keep on thinking regarding where is the money coming from. It should not go as a waste. If you are spending a single or 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees as an advertising unit in a particular media, we always try to chase that, what are the kind of returns that we are going to get. Fine. This is not working out anyways. Just to define that, what does marketing means? Normally we understand that marketing is telling about yourself to the people. But as an SME, whether our desire ends that if people know about us, we are not very satisfied over there. We want beyond that. And what is that? We want to do something big. What that big is? It's quite straight and simple, that a baby is quite young. We never know that he will be going to win a gold medal in 100-meter race, or he will be doing something very great or not. But the first step that starts always with the smaller steps. So what small and medium enterprises, what they have to do is they have to take smaller and smaller steps. Your idea, your vision could be very big. You might be eyeing at something crores or multi-crores of the kind of turnover, you might be expecting it. But our steps always have to start right from the smaller steps. Every step, if we take a proper step, it could be in terms of hiring a proper resource, or it could be in terms of getting associated or penetrating into a particular market. Whatever it is the kind of thing, what we have to do is we have to try and test various things parallelly. That's where A and B testing which comes into the picture, that something we'll be doing it in one particular media in terms of the marketing, something we would be experimenting on other mode, and then try to see that what the returns are. The first basic small step that we have to do as for the initiation of the sales and marketing activity is start discussion with smaller forums. Always, when we are from Hyderabad, we also have certain local forums which keep on happening. Similarly, in Bangalore, in any other city, and now it's happening on the digital media as well. Lot of meetups keeps on happening on every city. So, first step that we have to do is we need to start participating in these smaller meetups. This will help you to build two things. One thing is like it will give you a confidence that yes, there is a scope which is available. Most of the time we come across with an idea and we try to understand that whether this idea is correct or not. यार ये ठीक है या नहीं है पता नहीं. Whether we will be able to survive or not. These things keeps on coming in our mind. So when we are interacting with the people at the smaller forums, hesitation level is less, and at the same time you start feeling that there are a lot of people available like you, may not be of your same industry, but like you, they are struggling, they are trying to do something. So it will give you a boost that you should also continue your journey. Similarly, brainstorming or mentoring is one more thing that we have to do. For example, TIE is a platform where in Hyderabad, in the TIE chapter, we have a mentor available for ourselves initially 2 years back, that a person from the corporate, he was heading a company, he's the CEO of that particular company, he was a mentor for us. Fine. He started guiding that what are the things that you are doing and where you are making errors, rectify these things, and then at the same time, he used to get us connected with various other entrepreneurs, various other people, whereas we come together and offer a collaborative solution instead of providing 360 degree of any kind of solution. So what he encourages us that whatever you are doing, you keep on doing, but at the same time get associated with the people who are supplementing your business, who are not competitors of your business. They might be complementing your complete life cycle or complete set of services. So get associated with them for the mutual benefit. So that is again one more smaller steps that we can take, and it is working out quite fine. I'm going to explain you with an example. There is a company in Delhi. They are actually importers of locks, smaller locks which we use sometimes in the briefcase or somewhere. Fine. They are importing it from China and they are getting it branded with the name called CO locks, and they are circulating it in India. His dream was to get into export market, so when we started interacting with him, realistic and very clear about why do you need a website. Set out your goal for your website. The way that we have mission and the vision for ourselves, similarly, you should have a mission and vision for the website. Why you need a digital presence, what are the benefits that you want to reap out from the digital presence, and how you can actually take out the benefit from the digital presence. So you need to, very specifically, you need to set up a goal. Set very smart and a specific goal which is measurable as well. Why I am saying that it should be measurable? As an SME, we always have a limited resource. We spend 20,000 rupees on a particular online campaign, for example. Or you created a website cost 20,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. End of the day, after spending that, someone comes and your buyer says that, man, you have not kept these informations, brother, you should make these things in this particular way. Then you will realize that, oh, I have not kept it. Now again, you are going to spend some more amount on that. So as we have the limited resource, limited money and limited time frame, so we need to be sure that what is the outcome that we are going to get, and if we are able to get or not after completion of that particular campaign. Examples of the website goal, it could be you want to get 10 leads per day, you want to get 10 leads per week, or there should be X number of sales that should happen out of a month. So these are the typical example of the goal that you need to create for yourself, that goal that you need to set for yourself. Why this is quite important, that most of the time when we interacted with some of the smaller companies or startups, they say that, look, what happens that, man, I have a buyer which is coming in, or he is asking for an updated website. What you do in next 24 hours, and I need a very good website. Then we normally ask, sir, content, you take the content from wherever you want. Images, Google pe search kar lo yaar. Fine. And then navigation, color combination, you come out with a proper thing and then we'll decide it. So why I am sharing these things, these are out of say 20 people we are meeting or 100 people we are meeting, smaller companies or middle level companies, when lot of research might not have happened, at least 20 to 30% of the people are actually coming in this line, and then once you design it, then they will say that this is not of my requirement. Fine. This is going to waste your infrastructure and other parties' infrastructure as well. So we need to be very specific what we are going to design. You have designed the product, you have set your target, you designed the website. Now how to identify? Make your website for your customers, not for yourself. Now, this is quite important because most of the time what we do is like we say that most of the time we normally say that we need a website which should have very world class of graphics and all, but whether that is quite relevant for your visitors or not, we need to understand from the visitors point of view, because most of the time I'm like, if we get the order, if we get the business, we'll be doing much more things than this only. Now don't try to impress everyone. If you try to impress everyone, you will be lost. Be very clear about what is the difference between your competitor and you. Very clear-cut difference should be identified, and that should be, need not to say that you need to mention their website name or their company portfolio on your website, but be very clear. There should be a clear-cut USP for yourself. How different you are from others. Simple question is like, are you simply offering the same thing what your competitors are offering, or you are offering something different? If you are offering something different, bundle it in such a way that people feel that yes, you are different from others. And you are, believe me, every individual is different from each other. However the nearest competitor they are, but they are different from one to other. There could be another digital media company like us, but of course there should be, there are some distinguishing factors from others to us. There are lead generation companies, for example, Just Dial also provide leads, Sulekha provide leads, there is IndiaMart which also provide leads, but there are distinguished, clear-cut differentiation which is there. What is the difference, what kind of leads that Just Dial is providing, what kind of leads Sulekha is providing, or if you are running your own dedicated campaign, what is the kind of different kind of leads that you are getting. Answer yourself that, can you attract something new, can you offer something new, and be realistic about your approach. After all these slides, we need to rethink that whatever the goal that we set at the initial time, do we need to continue with that, or we need to rethink about our goal. This is not a one-time effort. We need to keep on doing. You can do multiple times, goal revision and all. In the digital media, reason is it's a cost effective. Say for example, you got a magazine printed. If you want to make any changes, it cannot happen in that print. Whereas on online media, you can change it quite fast. There is no further cost which is going to happen. So you have a website ready and now you want to promote it. So when you are coming online, there are various ways to promote. Why do you need to promote your website? Or you need to promote your online presence? Reason is quite simple, that you want to attract to the untapped market who actually is in need of your product or services. So we should identify, as I typically give the example of wristwatch in Banarghatta Road, or wristwatch that you want. So you need to rethink on the various level of keywords, because in the Google you are not putting anything but the keywords. So identify what are the kind of keywords, or what are the kind of content, or what are the kind of presentation that you have to make for your own website. On the online media, typically we say that there are two prominent kind of things, that when we are searching something on the Google, some of the ads which are appearing which are paid, some of the things which are free. Fine. So when you need an instant result, you need to pay something and you are getting listed over there. It need not to it's not that you pay the maximum amount, you will be listed at the top. There are some algorithms which are there are some formalities which need to be fulfilled, or some strategies that you need to follow so that your ads appear quite good in terms of the paid ads for the Google. In organic part, which is this box, which is a red box, or this where SEO is written. So that particular box is basically the organic search that you need to make certain changes on your own website, and then from there you need to continue. Again, very important and interesting fact that if you are out of first page, typically we say that out of sight is out of mind. Whereas in digital media, I should say out of sight is out of business. If you are out of first page or prominent location on the Google or digital media, I'm like, no one is bothered about you because there are thousands of the companies available. So incorporate right kind of content, incorporate right kind of message, and then make it reachable to the market. Now your promises should be quite, your promises, whatever you are trying to promise, it should be quite clear to the end user. It's quite important to be online, because if, as I said, like if you're not there on the first page, you are nowhere. Fine. So we need to work more and more towards getting more prominent location in a digital world. Now if we talk about the SEO matrix, there should be something that, are you only interested for getting the leads, or you are interested for SEO is what? Search engine optimization. You optimize your site in such a way that you start ranking in the Google. When you are ranking in the Google and people are searching, they are able to find you, you will get the leads. So the thing is like, your goal should be very clear that you need traffic, you need conversion, you need leads. That should be quite clear. Along with search engine optimization, we should amplify our presence with the help of social media. Without social media, being in this business, and it's very simple. Social media is very simple for an SMEs. You know your product or the services very clearly and very better than any other one knows. You start creating a customized message on your Facebook wall. Try to see what kind of messaging that other people are, other of your competitors are posting. Amplify those things and then you start posting it. Again, one interesting fact that I'm like, lot of scope which is happening, lot of people, they start doing their business on Facebook or Google, even if you don't have very strategic or very big offices available. You can do lot of business on the social platform. I'll skip few of the slides. Now, however, and whatever you do, but you cannot avoid Facebook, you cannot avoid LinkedIn, you cannot avoid Twitter. Especially for the SMEs, you need not to, and it is very simple. What we have to do is like, if you are not able to get any plan, what you do is like, you go on Google or some slide share site is there, you go there, you try to find out how to market on LinkedIn. It's very simple. You create your own professional profile with your title, need not to say that CEO or managing director and all, because no one is interested in that. Fine. So in LinkedIn is very important and very effective tool. Without spending any penny, hardly spending half an hour or 1 hour time, you can easily get good number of leads. Similarly, online reputation. If you have your own reputation, I'm like, if someone is looking for your company, they will search for the feedback or reviews of your company online. You need to promote your testimonials if you have. Testimonials always play a very vital role in generating leads or leads getting converted. Now these are the typical kind of complete solutions in the digital marketing scenario that one can utilize. And believe me, it's way cheaper. It's not very costly, it's very cheaper. And you can do yourself without much of the investment. Hardly that you need to do is like, you need to spend some time online. Continuously you need to keep on building your time. And the last, you need to review your conversions with the SEO, with the Google ads or with the Facebook ads or some other activity. What are the kind of results that you are actually able to get? Believe me, it's way cheaper and it's way easy to do. Similarly, there are some of the case studies. And this is the growth of the Indian literacy rate in terms of internet. So audience is there, just we need to hit to the right place where people are actually looking for. So what you have to do is like, this is the last but not the least, that it is not that something has some scenario or some age has end. It's that we have to begin from somewhere. Fine. And this is the right time that we have to begin. So it completely relies on you that how you want to take it forward. As a conclusion of this session, there are a few things that is quite important for lead generation, sales and marketing, that in terms, effective things are digital marketing. So either it's SEO or Google AdWords or social media or LinkedIn. These are very effective tool and very cost effective and cheaper for SMEs, and they can do it themselves. Need not to hire any dedicated or very big dedicated or very costly agencies for these things. That's all from my end.